Today, our plan is to create one application from scratch, means from ZTable. We will create that application with the CRUD operation. It means create, edit, delete, and then we will start expanding that application by using different annotations and different user interface and different behavior and different actions we will we will continue in this application to use. So first, we will create the table. To create the table in our package, we just simply right click and we can go to the new. In the new, what we want to put a BAP class, a BAP interface, a BAP package, all other. So other, we want to create the table. Here, here is the list that objects we can create. There is hundreds of objects. Okay, some of them we usually use, but others are there as well. It's up to our need that we will choose. We can search here. For example, table. I will write only dictionary table. Okay, I will get dictionary table. Then next table name. For example, z tbl underscore co underscore. Let's create purchase order header. PO header. PO underscore h. Okay. We will put silo in every object's name to make the object name unique, because this is public cloud, so that duplicate objects could not be possible. When you create for your characters, you will use some 3-4 characters of your namespace, for example, from your name, for example. We're going to create one more field to purchase order number, for example. Then one should be the other field, for example, your company. Then, for example, PO date. Control space. PO dates. Then what other PO company, PO date, PO description, for example. That dot vector. For example, description, it is 40. Let's what should be the field you can suggest? For example, PO status. One or two fields more if you can suggest from the PO header. Vendor. Any other? PO status is there, PO description. Okay, that's enough. Then 5 fields we have. Okay. I am using, for example, the company, the vendor, status. I'm using the code. Okay, not description here. When later we will use the search check there, and we will insert the description fields later. The vendor name we will insert in our application later, and status description and what are the company code name we will insert in the application in our later stages. Okay, that's why I am not keeping text fields in the table, and it is not good practice to keep the text fields in the table. Okay, so we are keeping the codes. That's how this table is complete. And now we can check the syntax for any error. In the status, we can see that no error. Okay, then we will simply activate it. Table is ready. Okay. If you are connected with on-prem system, this table is visible in using the T code SE11. Okay. And if you create a table in SE11, that table is visible here as well under your package in which that package you assigned to. You open that package here and you can see the table here. Okay. If you are on the cloud system, then you have only Eclipse is the option to create the table. Okay, like here we are in the cloud system. Okay. Again, like our one of client or the port, they are using the cloud system, so they don't have the UI in S11 like the course can't be accessible there. Only Eclipse is the option to use there. Okay.
So when we create one table from S11 and we try to open it over here, these annotations will come automatically.
Yes, these are the table category transparent and the enhancement category not extensible like that.
By default,
this come the delivery class. You can see that these are the attributes. Okay, here from here we can change the delivery attribute if we need. By default, it is coming. Okay. And one more thing I want to add here that SAP provides us as customer objects namespace Z and Y. We can start the object using the character Z, and also we have an option to start the object using the character Y. But here, when you are programming in creating the cloud objects in Eclipse using the RAP, my suggestion is to use Z namespace instead of Y here. When you are using the create this one, why? It is because when you're in the public cloud, SAP differentiate two spaces. Z mean development, and Y mean you can say that when you are creating the configuration objects like that. For example, when you are creating a view. For example, in public cloud, usually you have two clients. One is for data in development. Okay, one is for data and objects. You can preview the CDS data like that. Another is client 80 that is for only for development. In client 80, object is only be startable using the namespace Z. Okay. And in client 100, object can only be started with the namespace Y. Okay. If you create the object with the namespace Y, system will not stop. You can create, but that object cannot be transmitted. Okay. That I experienced. That's why I'm telling you that once in ODP I complete my application that we have to deliver, but I name the package with Z with Y. Other objects are with the namespace Z. Then that package cannot be transferable. Then I have to do the many changes I have to do because to change the package it's not easy. Okay, so that's why in RAP we will use our practice to start the object with the namespace Z. Table is ready now. Now we will create the its CDS. ZI. Let's small character. Small or caps, it's up to you. ZICIELO slow, then PO underscore admin header. Okay. This namespace I started with I. There are some I will explain in detail, but up to now, as a quick description, we can start Z with any characters as said there is no restriction. But as a best practice, when an object start with I, standard object, or ZI means custom object, it means it is some CDS that we are going to be used. Some database view, you can say data definition, we are usually called it. And it is selecting from some other CDS like that. Okay. Also, there is one namespace R. usually we use that when we are selecting directly from table. Okay. What we do, we usually first CDS is the starting with the R. Other CDS is starting with the I. That CDS is derived from that R CDS. Okay. And now we are to save the time. I'm directly, because it's very small application we're going to create, just a list report. So I'm directly getting the I, and then for the consumption okay. Then I will describe that in the later stage. Let's create this first. Root view entity, because this is our first CDS. Here we're not going to use any association here. Delete it. But we will use association because we created the header table. Later we will also create the item table. Okay, then we will use the association, Michelle. Control F1, we can click to align. Okay, now we can see that fields from the tables with alias are here. We can change the alias if we want. Otherwise, these alias are suggested by SAP. We can keep them, or we can change up to us. That's all. No need to do anything here. Just activate it. CDS is right. Yesterday, what we do, we use the CDS and create the annotation metadata extension file, and then create the service. Okay. Today we are going to create behavior as well. Okay. Behavior is we usually need projection view for the behavior. Okay. So that's why we create the projection or consumption view. We can sometimes some people call consumption view, some people call projection view. Up to you. Okay. So consumption and projection view we are going to create. Again, I just right click on this my CDS view. Then I will select the new data definition. Now I will name it ZC. Okay, C mean consumption view or projection, anything you can write. Next. From here, we will use from here projection. Okay, select the projection, define projection view, we choose it, and then finish. Okay, in the projection, first thing, what is this error? This error is just click. We're missing a root word is missing. Okay, why? Because this is this view is the root view. Okay, that's why we have to mention that this is the root projection. Okay, error go, save. Now here are the field in the projection. We can remove any field that is not required, or we can add more calculation fields. Like if you want, you have quantity and you have price, you need amount fields, you can add here like that. That also we will do. Okay, in item table. When we will be in the item table, then we will write here some calculated fields here. What's the warning here? Provider contract is missing. Okay, let's provider contract also we need to provide. Provider contract, control space, possible values. We are now using the transactional query. What are these? I will describe you in detail. But as a quick description, transactional query mean. Transaction query mean some mic is on someone's.
Is basic salary is annual increment in some days.
Naman bhai, please mute the mic. Okay. Provider context mean, for example, transaction query, it means we are going a query report with transaction mean with CRUD operations. Okay. There are transaction interface for some complex application on the query if you want. If you want an analytical query, if you are going to create an analytical report, then we use this provider concept. Then when we use this, then we can then that iterative extension we were able to use the annotations to create over analytical reports like graphs, charts like that. Okay, now we choose this. If we not use this provider contract, what will happen? We will get a warning message in our behavior definition, and that it means this provider contract is optional. Okay, for this report, because only we will get the warning. Okay, I will show you that when I create the behavior, but we should not keep the warning available, because if there is a warning, maybe in the next version that warning turns to the error. Okay, in next version maybe it will be the required field. In that case, our existing developments impacted. So we will always try to remove the warning as well, because this is the new features introduced in the RAP to keep the existing applications working after the upgrade. That's why SAP keep it in the volume, and maybe in the later stage it turns into the error. Okay, let's activate it. Now we have to create a metadata extension and also to create the behavior. Let's for metadata extension, we know one annotation we need to activate. Metadata extension true. Okay. Then activate. Right click. Metadata extension. Today we created this. Today I will do it quickly. I just copy all the fields here. The comma to the semicolon, because a semicolon is required instead of comma. From our yesterday's metadata extension file. Where is that? It's not displaying here. Load full content. Yesterday we created this one header. Today we have less time, so tomorrow I will describe this. Okay, the layer. this way now. This is done up to now. Let's activate it.
Don't have to change the position numbers.
Yes, we can change. If we keep the same, then again it will come after that. It will display, but better to change. Okay, in next 6-7 minutes, we will end the session next 6-7 minutes. Let's create the behavior. Behavior is we created in both the interface view and the consumption view. Okay, first on the interface view, we will create, right click, new behavior definition. Okay, description any you can provide, and the name of the behavior is the same as of the CDS view. Okay, and here we have two options: managed, unmanaged. Okay, we are using the managed. I will describe managed, unmanaged in detail. Tomorrow, maybe we will not do the practical and we will describe this thing. Let's see. Tomorrow, day for tomorrow. You can see that almost all the code is automatically generated here. We will just activate it and we can use it. Okay. Let's save it. One warning is here. That warning is this class. This is the managed implementation class. This here in this class actually we managed. If we want some custom code, we managed here. Okay, that class must exist. Here is the warning, but this application will not run until this class is available. So first we will create this class. How we will create? I will just I will click in this yellow icon. Okay, then I double click here, create behavior implementation class. Or what I can do, I can right click here, and then quick fix is there. Okay, I will click here again. Okay, here quick fix is the quick fix. Then again we will use the double click to create. R control 1 is the short key. Okay, then double click. Active. Okay, first we need to activate it. First, let's activate it. Now we will double click, and the class is going to create with this description. This class is available. Okay, here you can see the source code class. This class is there. Okay. We have some theoretical sessions. There I will explain what is the requirement of this class, what we can do in these classes. Okay. For the today, we just activate it. We're not going to code anything here in this session. In our later sessions, we need this. Okay. Today we not need. So this warning goes. No, it will go shortly. This warning should disappear. So error or warning sometime will not disappear immediately. For that, you have to make some changes like that. Then click here. Then it will go. Okay. So because of public cloud, it takes some time. So you have to push the change so it goes immediately for. Okay, now what I will do. This field, this is the PO number is the key field. That's why the system wants to read only the number. It should be automatically filled. But for us, we are not generating the keys automatically. Save it. And we save this warning came. Stick to what is stick to? Because today we have less time. I will describe today what is meaning of stick to. Okay. Let's activate it. We are accepting this warning. This warning is because key field should be read only. Okay. This is done. Now on the consumption view, we are going to create the behavior. Right click, the behavior. Came here with action create, update and delete. And this projection, that's all. We will just activate it. Now quickly, we will create the services quickly. Consumption view, we will create the service. New service technician. This is the description. Islam. Okay, now update, that's all. Now here, now we will create the binding. See, SP for example, V2 to create, we can create V4, but let's create V2, okay. Recommended is strongly recommendation is V4, okay. But we will create V4 as well. But let's, because we're familiar with V2, let's create this at the moment. Because when we will go to Business Studio, we will more comfortable with V2 instead of V4, okay. So that's why. So, activating. Publish. When it's published, then we can preview it. Then we will see our application, inshallah. It will be available with CRUD operations. Activation takes some time. Publish. If you are connected with on-prem system, then this publish type creates seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds published. Because of the cloud and because and further it is trial account, that's why it's taking time. We will finish this when we see the preview, then we'll finish, then we will discuss this application tomorrow.